Sylvester Stallone, just the mention of his name evokes images of grit, determination, and the indomitable spirit that refuses to surrender, no matter how daunting the odds. From the boxing ring of Rocky Balboa to the battlefields of John Rambo, Stallone's iconic characters have become symbols of perseverance in the cultural imagination. These roles were not simply created for entertainment, they were mirrors of his own journey, reflecting the struggles, setbacks, and victories that shaped him. For over 5 decades, Stallone has shown the world that adversity is not a signal to quit, but a call to rise, embodying the principle that the human spirit can endure far beyond what circumstances suggest. Behind the fame, the billions earned at the box office, and the global recognition lies a life story marked by resilience, courage, and an unwavering commitment to one's own vision. A difficult beginning, Sylvester Stallone's challenges began even before he opened his eyes to the world. Born on July 6, 1946 in New York City, complications during birth left him with partial facial paralysis on the left side, giving his lips a distinctive droop and affecting his speech. From the very start, Stallone was marked as different, a reality that shaped his early experiences with the world. His family life was far from simple. His parents, Frank Stallone Sr. and Jackie Stallone, had a tumultuous relationship, and young Sylvester often found himself navigating tensions and misunderstandings at home. School, too, was difficult, as classmates teased him for his appearance and speech. Teachers sometimes misjudged his behavior, interpreting his determination and stubbornness as defiance. These early experiences planted the seeds of resilience and self-reliance that would define his character, teaching him early on that survival required courage, focus, and an unshakable belief in himself. The making of a fighter. By his teenage years, Stallone had faced repeated challenges, including expulsions from multiple schools. These were never the result of laziness or lack of talent, but rather of a strong will and a refusal to be diminished by others' judgments. At 16, he was sent by his mother to a private school in Switzerland, a move that exposed him to a world far from familiar and left him feeling isolated. The loneliness and self-doubt he experienced abroad were significant, yet they also honed a quiet determination. Stallone learned to rely on his inner strength, to dream in the face of uncertainty, and to recognize that obstacles were part of life's journey rather than a signal to give up. Returning to America, he arrived with little more than ambition and a desire to act, stepping into a world that was unkind to those who did not fit a conventional mold. Struggles in New York. The late 1960s in New York City was a challenging environment for a young, aspiring actor. Stallone faced repeated rejection from casting directors, often turned away because of his distinctive speech, appearance, and perceived limitations. With only $40 in his pocket, he worked tirelessly to survive, taking on jobs that were physically demanding, humble, and at times heartbreaking. He cleaned cages at the Central Park Zoo, slept on benches, and endured long stretches of uncertainty, all while clinging to his dream. Even decisions that caused personal pain, such as parting with his beloved dog to make ends meet, were endured with quiet strength. These experiences, while harsh, were formative, teaching him that perseverance was not abstract. It required daily effort, humility, and faith in one's vision. Inspiration strikes, the birth of Rocky. Everything changed in 1975 when Stallone watched a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. Wepner, an underdog who fought valiantly against a reigning champion, struck a chord with Stallone. The fight was not just a contest in the ring, it was a metaphor for every struggle he had faced. Over the next 3 days, he channeled his life's pain, hopes, and determination into a script for a film about a nobody boxer who gets one shot at greatness. That script became Rocky, a story infused with authenticity, grit, and the very spirit Stallone had lived every day. What made the story exceptional was Stallone's insistence that he play the role himself. Hollywood studios offered enormous sums for the script, but Stallone refused to give up the chance to embody Rocky's journey. This act of conviction and courage would define his career and demonstrate the alignment between an artist's life and their work. Rocky hits the screen. When Rocky went into production, it was a labor of love in every sense. Shot on a tight budget, in challenging conditions, and with a cast and crew who worked tirelessly for little compensation, Stallone poured himself into every scene. He wrote, choreographed, and performed with unmatched dedication, bringing the story's raw emotion to life. Upon its release in 1976, audiences were captivated. They recognized themselves in the struggles of the underdog, and critics lauded Stallone's authenticity and heart. The film went on to gross $225 million worldwide and earned Academy Awards for Best Picture, while securing nominations for Stallone as Best Actor and Best Screenplay. The once overlooked young man from New York had become a cinematic force, proving that persistence and self-belief could overcome the harshest rejections. Expanding an empire. The success of Rocky opened doors to opportunities that Stallone had only dreamed of. Each sequel elevated him further, with Rocky II and Rocky III continuing the narrative of determination and triumph. Rocky III introduced the world to Mr. T and the iconic anthem Eye of the Tiger, while Rocky IV became a global cultural phenomenon. Yet Stallone's range extended beyond boxing. In 1982, he introduced the world to John Rambo in First Blood, portraying a Vietnam War veteran grappling with trauma, reintegration into society, and survival. Rambo was a character that resonated deeply because Stallone imbued him with vulnerability alongside strength, reflecting the human cost of struggle. Subsequent Rambo films further cemented Stallone's status as an enduring action hero and storyteller whose work was rooted in the realities of perseverance and resilience. Triumphs and challenges. At the height of his career, Stallone commanded extraordinary success and wealth. He was recognized internationally, earning significant sums for his films and enjoying a lifestyle of luxury and influence. Yet, despite these outward trappings, Stallone remained grounded in the lessons of his early life. That determination, effort, and authenticity were the true markers of achievement. The roles he played were not just entertainment. They were reflections of his personal ethos. Even amid fame and fortune, Stallone never lost sight of the struggles that had defined him, continually seeking projects that honored the human capacity to endure and overcome. Facing the shifts of Hollywood. The 1990s brought a shift in the entertainment landscape. New genres emerged, audience tastes changed, and Stallone's particular brand of heroic action was not always in demand. Films that he invested in, such as Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, Judge Dredd, and Assassins, met with mixed reception, testing his resilience in new ways. Financial pressures and professional disappointments reminded Stallone that even success could not insulate him from change. Yet he approached these challenges not as failures but as opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to prepare for the next chapter. His ability to confront professional setbacks with honesty and tenacity became as much a part of his legacy as the characters he portrayed. Reinvention. Through Rocky, Stallone's answer to these challenges was reinvention. Returning to the character that had defined him, he created Rocky Balboa, a story about an aging fighter confronting time, mortality, and legacy. The film was deeply personal, mirroring Stallone's own reflections on life, perseverance, and purpose. audiences connected with the authenticity of the narrative, recognizing in Rocky's journey the universal struggle to find meaning and resilience in later stages of life. Stallone's return demonstrated that reinvention is always possible, particularly when it draws on lived experience, honesty, and a willingness to embrace change while staying true to one's core values. Lessons in persistence. Stallone's life is a testament to the power of persistence, from his challenging birth to his difficult childhood, from near poverty to rejection in the acting world. Stallone exemplifies resilience in the truest sense. He refused to compromise his vision, whether by insisting on playing Rocky or by continuing to pursue meaningful projects even when the odds seemed stacked against him. His journey shows that strength is not measured by accolades, money, or recognition, but by the ability to rise again and again when faced with adversity. Every fight scene, every triumph on screen is informed by a life that required courage, endurance, and unwavering self-belief. Personal triumphs and growth beyond professional achievement, Stallone's life includes profound personal triumphs. His dedication to family, to craft, and to his personal growth illustrates the balance between ambition and authenticity. Loss, setbacks, and the weight of public scrutiny were navigated with reflection and resilience, demonstrating that the most meaningful victories often occur privately in moments of self-discipline, perseverance, and quiet courage. Stallone's journey reminds us that success is not merely external. It is cultivated internally through strength of character and consistency of effort, the legacy of an underdog. The legacy of Sylvester Stallone extends far beyond box office numbers and awards. It lies in the universal message of his life, that adversity does not define potential, rejection can fuel growth, and perseverance is the truest measure of character. Through every film, every appearance, and every personal challenge, Stallone embodies the underdog spirit, showing that obstacles are not endpoints but catalysts for courage and achievement. His characters endure because they reflect the man himself, a figure whose life is proof that determination, authenticity, and heart can create a lasting, inspirational legacy. Inspiring generations, Stallone's story continues to inspire new generations worldwide. His journey, from the difficulties of childhood through early struggles in adulthood to near failures and ultimate triumph, teaches a timeless lesson. Resilience is forged in experience, refined through challenge, and realized through persistent action. He reminds us that life's battles are not confined to the screen but are part of everyday existence, and that the courage to persevere is the foundation for meaningful achievement. The enduring spirit of Sylvester Stallone. Today, Sylvester Stallone stands not only as a legendary actor, but as a symbol of human endurance. His story is a reminder that real victories are measured not by fame or wealth, but by the courage to face adversity, the determination to pursue dreams, and the commitment to remain authentic in a world that often rewards compromise. Stallone's journey from the trials of early life to the heights of global recognition resonates because it mirrors the universal human experience. In a world full of challenges and setbacks, his life exemplifies the power of persistence, the importance of self-belief, and the enduring impact of courage, showing us all that no matter the odds, the spirit can always rise.